So I had an inkling of what the problematic habits were that I was dealing with, but I wasn't proactively learning tools. My brain was a mess. Like, it was really dark times. So yeah, that's why I was like, sure, I'll try this, Vic. Let's see. I didn't want to go down a path of medication, things like that. So I was like, let's see if I can learn other tools that could be helpful. I learned that healing happens in community. Isolating and running away from people and the world is not the answer to my problems. That's been the biggest change I've seen with myself. I used to really not want to engage with people because I felt overwhelmed. I didn't know how to stay on my side of the street energetically. So I think that is the main kind of framework that I've taken away from Anchored. On the micro scale, the minimum daily baseline is a game changer. Doing things like daily meditation, daily journaling, which at the beginning felt like this massive push, like titrating in, like just do 1 minute of meditation. And the brain's like, okay, I'll do that. That helped me build trust in myself. And then you can slowly build on other things like I'll move my body a little bit each day. And then gradually all those things build up into a life that feels nourishing. So I feel more confident dealing with the pitfalls and the peaks of having my own business. I still have anxiety. I still experience depression. And that's part of what we learned in Anchored was there's 50% joy and 50% suffering in life. That's just how the cookie crumbles. I'm learning to accept that reality. And I also have the tools to deal with it. So I could actually embrace my feelings, feel them, kind of work through them, allow them. I have a stomach ulcer from swallowing feelings. So now instead of swallowing feelings, I feel them through my body, like somatically. Family dynamics have shifted for me. So I was the parentified child. People look to me to fix things. And I thought that was my job. So I just feel more safe because I know okay, if someone wants something from me, that's fine. That's what they want, but I don't need to accept that. I feel like I have more agency with learning how to set boundaries. Whereas before I wouldn't know how to kind of pull apart the threads of what was happening. It would have just been like, nah. I didn't understand the healing in community thing. And then when we did the group coaching where you could see other people be vulnerable in front of each other and you could see other people just really laying out their feelings, I felt more compassion and realized that, oh, I'm not alone in this. This might sound cliche, but it is fun. You hear about people's breakups, you hear about people, meeting someone, you're part of their lives. So at the time that I started Anchored, I was working the farm job still. It was like a very early morning. Also, it was a totally different time zone. I devoted, I think it was like an hour or something each night to the different practices and reading from the calendaring exercise that we did in Anchored. That helped me realize my lifestyle does not support me as a human. And so that's when I made the huge shift to running my own business and everything changed. First time I did breathwork was outside the Anchored program. It felt really like a psychedelic experience. Even though it's an out-of-body experience, it feels grounding. It taught me how to cry. I'm a public crier now. So I think breathwork kind of helped me connect to the somatic ways I can release tension. I think it helps me feel more comfortable in my body. And it's pretty radical and revolutionary to take time to do the things that are important to you. But I think Anchored has helped me be like, oh, it's valuable to recognize when you're rushing, what is that going to do long term, for your nervous system? For me, that's my main focus is how can I create a life that's supportive of my digestion and my nervous system so that I can be a person in the world and not need to go to the hospital. Anchored helped me realize that is so important. That's not a side gig. That's the main, I'm the main gig. I still have codependent habits. With Anchored, I'm able to know what's happening and make a decision. It's more of a awareness. So what I've been trying to do is make decisions out of love and not from fear. Deciding to do or not do Anchored based on fear perhaps is not where you want to be. So perhaps go below the fear and see what would love say? Because the money thing is scary. The cool thing though about Anchored is oh, now I started my own business, so now I'm in a better financial situation. Because in a way, signing up for Anchored is asking you to shed an old pattern immediately, and it doesn't feel like a kitten step. So once I made that decision, even before Anchored started, even just making the decision to say yes, it was full body relaxation. Even though there's still nervousness about money and things, it was still this is the right path for me. It's not an understatement to say that it truly changed my life for the better permanently. So yeah, life-changing.